Well, it's been more than 4 years since the city of Portland put an intensive 5-year plan in place to try to revive the Old Town-Chinatown area. But with the plan coming to an end next year, Haley Rush with the Fox 12 investigators wanted to find out exactly what's changed.
And she also wanted to find out what it is that has stayed the same. The plan, put out in 2014, promised to turn an area that many consider unwelcoming and undesirable into a place with new jobs, housing, and shopping. But next year, in 2019, that 5-year plan concludes with more than $50 million available dollars still unspent, as well as some people telling us they've yet to see an Old Town-Chinatown transformation. The smell of leather, the sight of crafted leather goods, and an entire family carefully creating every single piece right in front of you is what truly captures the heart of Aurochs Leather Company.
I called my father back in Mexico and said, like, hey, how about we bring back the family trade together.
But one step outside the family storefront, an often drastic difference.
It's been ups and downs. Like any startup, we've been learning about the neighborhood, learning about how to work around the sketchy side of Chinatown.
Co-owner of Aurochs, Martin Martinez, says his family's shop is one of the businesses Prosper Portland. The city's economic development agency helped bring into Old Town-Chinatown with a storefront grant.
Okay, let's be pioneers in this area.
And pioneers are exactly what the city of Portland wants, especially when it released its Old Town-Chinatown 5-year action plan more than 4 years ago.
And it's really focused on 3 key things, which would be the district livability, neighborhood investment, and business vitality.
Sean Ullman, public affairs manager at Prosper Portland, says getting there has been a process.
But we're encouraged with some of the early results.
Some of those early results he's referring to.
The Society Hotel is a project that we invested in. And that project, as it has become more viable and has really flourished, obviously people who stay there go out into the neighborhood. They go and get coffee at Dead Stock Coffee and have lunch at Mimiro Mole and buy something from Aurochs Leather.
He also mentioned where new housing has gone up over the years and office spaces, but he says when the 5 years are up in July 2019, there's still going to be a lot more work to do, admitting the timeline was aggressive. Ullman says the intention right now is to go back to City Council and ask to extend the plan for possibly another 5 years. As for money, Ullman says that's not the issue.
We have about $57 million that are currently earmarked to be spent, and we've spent some portion of that, but we certainly do have resources available.
He tells us the money hasn't sat around for nothing. They're just waiting to find good partners and projects that are a good fit in the area.
But I think it's certainly going to take time, and it's something that we're committed to over the long haul. And for a neighborhood that has been, again, one of the oldest in Portland, I would expect the change to take time in order to do it in the way that's in keeping with the spirit of the neighborhood.
We asked people who work and live in Old Town-Chinatown what changes they've noticed, if any.
It still had a general trend of going down, and I would add that our business is, our lease is coming up in a couple years, and I mean, we've been down here for 50 years as a business, and we are looking at moving out because we don't see an upward trend.
I've seen a few new businesses come in, and they've had a few different services for the homeless, and that's pretty much been it.
We also spoke with the owner of the Society Hotel.
We wanted to come to this neighborhood. It seemed like one of the last untouched areas.
Burke says the boutique hotel in itself has been very successful since first opening in 2015, with clientele mostly consisting of professionals and tourists. But she says other business owners like her rarely move into the area.
I mean, I'm not super confident about the revitalization happening.
If you ask Martinez, a real transformation of the area will only come if one thing happens.
And I'm really hopeful that other businesses will do the same, will take advantage of pioneering and taking that risk.
Until then, he believes there's still a lot of good to be found in the past 4 years.
I think the city and also the whole neighborhood has been changing positively, and also our clientele, I mean, understands we are not the only city that has this problem. I think there's hope for Old Town-Chinatown to be revitalized.
I did ask Ullman with Prosper Portland if they'll lose that unspent money when the plan ends next year. He says no, the money will still go to revitalizing the area and bringing in good people and good partners, no matter how long it takes. Reporting in studio, Haley Rush, Fox 12 Oregon.